What if I told you that one of the most researched supplements in sports science has almost nothing to do with bodybuilding and everything to do with what women over 40 are struggling with every single day? Brain fog and energy crashes, losing muscle no matter how hard you train, feeling wiped out after a workout that used to feel easy. Today we're talking about creatine, and I promise you, this is not what you think it is. Hi, I'm Barbara. I support women in perimenopause, menopause, and for the rest of their lives to feel the best in the second part of their lives. I'm glad you're here. Please follow my channel. So we'll talk about creatine. What is it even? It's a natural substance that's stored mainly in muscles and a little bit in brain. It plays a key role in your energy metabolism as creatine phosphate, and it's essentially a fast energy top-up for your cells. Your body breaks down 1 to 3% of its creatine daily and needs to replenish it through food or supplements. Creatine is actually found naturally in breast milk. It's just one of those little facts that show that it is fundamental to human development and energy. It is found in meat and fish, and you would have to eat a very large amount to hit optimal levels through food alone. And that means many women, especially those eating less meat or fewer calories, are running on lower creatine stores than they realize. And what's really important, it's not a steroid, it's not doping, it's not just for men. It's one of the most studied and safest supplements in existence. And there's a connection to menopause. So estrogen has been one of the most powerful protectors of muscle and bone and brain health for decades. And when it drops, other systems have to pick up the slack. And women naturally have lower creatine stores than men to begin with, which means the potential benefit of supplementing is actually even higher. And we have so many issues in menopause, so many topics that we're struggling with, and all of them have to do with energy, right? And creatine supports energy. It gives you fast energy. So logically, it can support a lot of the topics. Muscle loss starts gradually from around age 30, and it accelerates with age and around menopause. So that's a big topic where we obviously need to work with strength training, but creatine can also help. And so maybe we've been thinking about creatine completely wrong this whole time. Maybe it's not just a muscle supplement, right? It supports muscle, but there's all these other topics. So let's talk about those first. Number one, we often have this topic. You probably have experienced it. You walk into a room, you walk in the basement, and you have no idea what you actually wanted there. So brain fog, forgetting things, mentally being exhausted way quicker than it used to be. The brain uses approximately 20% of the body's total energy, and it has a high concentration of creatine, right? And that means that it will benefit from creatine supplementation because that can raise creatine levels in the brain, supporting the energy supply and the cognitive function like working memory. Emerging research suggests that creatine effects on cognition may be strongest when the brain is under pressure. So when you're stressed, when you have hormonal shifting going on, when you have sleep deprivation going on. Hello, menopause. So it doesn't replace the sleep, but if you're lying awake at 3 a.m. because of hot flashes, creatine might help your brain handle that energy deficit a little bit better. So it is really, really interesting for brain and for sleep deprivation, especially when we're stressed and exhausted, which happens often, unfortunately, in this stage of life. There's also emerging research about mood and mental resilience and creatine being supportive in that. That research is still in early days, but it's very, very interesting. And then, of course, let's talk about the big topic of muscle and training. So if you are a woman in perimenopause, menopause, or after, strength training is one of the most important things. We all know that. And maybe you're training consistently, you're eating well, and you're still feeling like you're going backwards. So if that is happening to you, creatine might really support you. And it might even support you if you're doing pretty well. I have to share that I have been training for a while, and I have started creatine a few months ago, and I actually do see increases and better training happening. So creatine increases the fast energy reserves in the muscle cell. And that simply means you might get one more rep in, move a little more weight, recover faster in between. And over the time, that's why I'm saying after a few months now, I really see benefit. Those smaller advantages add up to more strength and more muscle. And of course, this amplification that creatine brings to strength training is also really, really good for our bone, right? It doesn't replace strength training, it amplifies strength training, which means we can move more and we can do more and have more results. And that also means the bone will be stressed more by our strength training in good ways and build more bone. There's additionally a little bit of emerging research that says that creatine itself also stimulates or may stimulate the osteoblasts, which are the little cells that build bone, right? So there might be even that direct response by your bone to the supplementation of creatine. But the best thing, of course, is the combination with strength training, because then everything works together. And if you're looking for support in your strength training, I have a wonderful online strength training course for women in perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. So the rest of our lives, it's called Power and Balance, and it's linked in the description. Last topic, also recovery, right? Many women in this stage of life feel like they don't recover as quickly anymore, and creatine can help there as well. Number one, it helps you to get energy back quicker, but it also looks like it may protect muscle from inflammation and from micro tearing. So it might help to get less sore muscles and less exhaustion afterwards. So the recovery piece is such an important piece for many of us as well. And yes, creatine can support that as well. So if we look back at what's been happening in the menopause space, I think creatine might have become one of the most important pieces that we really look into for us. It's not a niche supplement, but it's a fundamental building block for healthy aging. And by the way, also really, really supportive for males who are aging, right? So I would say 50 plus, we should for sure supplement with creatine 3 to 5 grams a day and do that consistently. And we should do strength training, of course. So sign up for Power and Balance. You can find all the info in the description. Otherwise, please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments, have you tried creatine and what was your experience? Talk soon.